prevented Athena from stopping the ritual. Lines were drawn. War would come. Brother against sister. God against God. And for Hades, all the mortal souls he could ever desire.
Wonder if they'll give us Cerberus in this patch.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Yet another nice little... Is it the last one, or have we got one more?
I'm not quite sure. I believe we have at least something to kind of round it all together. But yeah, Ares needs to stop being like a jerk. Like,
no, he's not a jerk.
He went out of his way and did something before he had all the information, and then now that he's like in this weird situation, he's like, nah, I'm gonna defend Hades. Sometimes
you don't get all the information, do you? But that's what we're here for, to give you all the information of the latest patch coming out, 4.24, the SMITE Patch notes. This is the World's patch. This, whatever is released today, or in these patch notes and gets released following Tuesday, this will be the patch that the World Championships is played on.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, anything interesting in this so far? Obviously, if it's the World's patch, I guess there's not ridiculous amounts changing, or is there?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of there's two very small things that are very targeted towards the SWC. Okay. And the rest of them are things that will slightly affect it, but are largely kind of a more feels good change for certain gods that are being adjusted, and they all follow a very similar vein.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the balance in a moment. First things first, for you kids that love the skins at home, we're going to go through some
oh my god.
We've got
we'll get Medusa.
We'll go to the skins later on today after the balance section. We'll start things off with the skin you've all been waiting for. The card art for it, Frostfire Ullr, will be released in this patch.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, look.
The card art's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I love the card art. I mean, I think we saw... Is that the same card art we saw, or is it a little bit different?
I think it's a little bit tweaked.
Yeah. And we saw the little video last time as well on the Patch Note show.
I don't play Ullr, but I guess I have to now.
Skin for you guys. That's for completing the Odyssey, if you didn't recognize that. After the Ullr skin, we're also going to have Arctic Seer Artio.
Oh my gosh!
And you can't have Christmas.
She looks so good. The polar bear.
It's
man.
So we were inspired. We made a polar bear.
She kind of looks like Scotty and Scylla.
Turnaround is for skins?
Not
I mean,
even
I was about to say, you're creating more drama there for sure.
Yeah, not even close.
Looks good.
So there's the Artio skin. There's also the Krampus Kernos. You saw it
Krampus Kern.
The Odyssey.
Been waiting for this as well.
Potential thing is coming out for Krampus, and we'll take a look at that skin in a second. There he is.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Look at the little goats.
Yeah, and so can you imagine what the little goats are for in his kit?
For him to run down and kill with glaives.
Yes.
That's about right.
That's awesome.
That looks really good.
Really cool looking.
Is that a child? No. There's a child?
Well, maybe.
I
guess there is one. Huh.
He's stealing children?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's clearly not a good dude. He's pretty evil.
I don't know. He looks kind of cool.
Wasn't too familiar with Krampus.
On top of that, he's got some
that does
crazy
look
eyes.
cool.
Talking about someone else who's got crazy eyes, Medusa.
Yeah.
He's getting a new skin. You like that segue?
Yeah, good segue.
Medusa.
On fire today. Crystal Gaze Medusa will be available. Ooh,
does look pretty cool.
It reminds me of the like the Predator skin for Kali a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's very much kind of like gem crystalline, and it has like that cool facial mask.
We should really make some god skins out of gems, like just made of gems.
Just pure gems.
It just reminded me of that because there's the same color green as the gems. That's why.
Give like a Fafnir one where you're just covered in like Smite gems.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good.
It could be interesting. We'll see. That's Medusa. There's a lot more skins still to come. There's also Fallen Angel Nike. Gonna be
oh my gosh.
She's not all nice and pretty anymore.
Yeah, no, she's evil in this
Her
one.
wings look amazing.
The evil idea of Nike. I like to see the reverse. So if someone's known as good, seeing them as bad is always fun. And seeing a bad person as good is fun.
Her weapon looks awesome too.
Actually,
wow,
really
lots of people will love this skin.
Fafnir again, the paladin kind of Fafnir.
What is it with Fafnir? You've been playing a lot of Fafnir lately?
No, I actually haven't.
Is he getting buffed or something?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm
just making sure.
Fafnir's just a cool character. I like talking about him.
Okay. Well, that's Nike. Next up after that, it's Tremetech Kabrakan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks dope.
Oh, it does
look cool.
That
card's really good, actually.
Yeah, the card's really cool, and the shields that he has are like super detailed. They have like a lot of things on them that move around.
That's like is that a laser being fired at him and he's just like, whatever, I'm Kabrakan?
Yeah. Lasers don't matter.
That's cool. I mean,
I think this might be a ranked reward skin like the Jing Chen.
That's Kabrakan. We'll have a look at him later on. Next up, Rocket Punch Mercury. Oh, Cyber.
That looks kind of cool.
And this one, the the fists are like huge.
Are they really big?
Yeah, like they're as big as his torso. They're
Oh,
gigantic.
really?
Yeah, he's gonna punch you with these things. The things that like when he ults you and crits you for like 1800. Yeah, it makes
It
sense.
actually
'cause they're
feels like
huge.
it now. I mean, that's one thing with Mercury is like his fists are a normal size. It's like, why does this hurt so much? Well, now it makes sense because he's got massive arms. We'll have a look at that in game. There's also 2 more skins to talk about. HydraGG Expo Loki will also be available in this patch too. He's sneaky.
Well, it's like the same thing as the SPL Loki or whatever. The Rivals Loki.
Pretty much that.
That's kind of
and
dumb.
Then Empress, I was just in more, input there, Pom.
No, that's what Loki is. He's in like the nice hoodie as the HRX shirt. He's decked out. He's ready to go.
And finally, last but not least, Empress Noir is going to have this skin available.
Noir again.
Yeah, this is a really cool
I'm
take on it.
so
They have,
done
a lot of
with
nice
her
detail.
skins. Like, she has so many.
Game too. I was just making sure. Yeah, it doesn't come with a voice pack. The skin that doesn't come with a voice pack this week is the Loki one because it's a HydraGG Expo one.
Yeah, Loki doesn't get a voice pack, but this skin will.
And that is all the gods that are getting skins. But it's time to move on to
A lot of good
everyone's favourite
skins,
section.
but
Oh,
Noir does
maybe
not need
Some
another
people's.
one, that's for
You
sure.
yours?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
You do?
Yeah, I enjoy talking about balance.
You hate all the hate? You like all the hate, Reverend?
I mean,
You
it's
hate all the
not
hate?
all hate. There's
Is
some
it
people.
not?
There are some people who are generally like, "Oh man, I'm really excited about this," and then other people who are like, "I'm gonna send death threats," and those people you just kind of block.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
You just
I
keep
don't
it.
block them. I just let them just keep
Just
doing
let
it. I'm
'em
like,
go.
okay, it's whatever. Onto balance then. There's only one item getting balanced this week, and it's going to
One
be Stone
item.
of Gaia. It's going to get a bit of a nerf.
Mhm.
Cost is going
Of
up
course.
by 100 gold. It was 2,000. It's now going to be 2,100.
Yep. So this item was something that it was kind of a sleeper for a while. It had this really powerful effect that stopped characters like Ares and Fenrir from succeeding.
Sure.
We removed it, and people considered that was going to be a nerf to the item. And then over the course of time, people realized, oh man, this health regen
Still
and
fine.
base health is just really, really good. It helps you survive burst. It helps you sustain throughout the entire game once you purchase it. And so we're just increasing its cost to reflect that potency that people have kind of discovered.
Okay, so nothing else changing on items. We'll move on to gods then.
All
How many
right,
gods
not
are
too
listed? 1,
bad.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're in order too.
Yeah.
Kappa.
We did it.
They're not in order.
Manic. Oh my gosh, they're
Let's
buffing
go for it now.
Agni again.
Oh,
Agni is the first one
monkey.
that's going to get a bit of love this patch. It's going to be a mana cost reduction on Noxious Fumes. It was 60 to 100. It's now going to be 60 to 80. So it's still a 1 point wonder point. I mean, you're only going to put 1 point in this until late game, right?
So this is an ability that's kind of interesting where a lot of people would put 1 point into this and then never level it up again because the mana cost was just clearly not worth it.
Sure.
But it does do a fair amount of damage. It does 500 at rank 5, which is a fair amount.
Yeah, but no one's standing there.
I mean, Gold Fury might, Fire Giant might.
Fair. Okay.
So now
Okay.
it's a little bit more reasonable. It's a bit less punishing if you're a person who wants to rank that up to actually like throw that out as a zoning tool because you can't actually detonate it right now. You
I
wanna put it out as
actually
effective because you're just trying
level
to get your
this
damage on it.
second.
You can do that. It's not nearly as punishing. Very
When
much
I
the
play
reverse of the case where
Agni,
it's like a
so I
mistake
guess
to rank
that's
it up.
good.
Okay, so that's Agni. Next up is Bacchus. Bacchus getting some love this patch as well. Ooh,
Yeah.
Chug.
That's probably the biggest mana.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
good
just a
for
bit.
Bacchus.
Chug mana cost is coming down. It was 40 to 140. It's now going to be 40 to 60. Wow. I mean, to be fair, it did have that issue of like 2 or 3 point wonder and then leave it.
Yeah, this was a kind of weird math problem people had to work out in their heads of, it should basically always be the correct answer to rank up a skill.
Sure.
Leaving something at rank 2 or 3 is generally like a weird thing to have occur. And Bacchus was very much, you ranked it up to like 2 or 3, got the protections, got the ability to chug a bit more to get your drunken state on a bit quicker. But after that, it was not worth it because you'd lose way too much mana. You'd go way too fast, like before a fight started or during a fight.
Sure.
And so now, with the reduced cost, people can feel free to actually rank up Chug and get the benefits of it.
I mean, it is a big buff to Bacchus, but at the same time, I'm thinking like there's a lot of ultimates in the game that are only 100 mana. And
Yeah.
poor old Chug is 140 at max.
Yeah, it was
which is
140.
actually
It
insane.
was really, really high before.
So that's Bacchus. Next up, not in alphabetical order, Odin will be the next one on the list. Ring of Spears is going to get a nerf. It's going to go down in duration. It used to be 6 seconds. It's going to be 5.
So this and Stone of Gaia are basically the only changes in this patch that were targeted towards worlds.
Okay.
And Odin is a character who, especially right now, is
I actually like
available
that.
to casuals, as well as
Fuck
we've seen him
Odin.
as a top consistent pick at competitive level. And we just wanted to tone down his influence there just a bit, just how successful he has been in casual and how good he is doing well at pros. 1 second off the ring doesn't sound like too much, but it does mean that when he ever he drops in a fight, and he often drops them very quickly because his cooldown is very low on that ability. An extra second to like be able to escape and maybe leap out or escape and
I
run away
agree.
and avoid damage. Not being anti-healed anymore, not being attack speeds load anymore, matters pretty heavily. And
Odin
this is
ult's
just a kind of a nice
OP.
touch to him to make sure that he's in a more reasonable spot for Worlds.
Okay, well, Odin's down. Next up is Sobek. Reminder, this is not alphabetical order, so you may see some gods before Sobek come back up on the list. Tail Whip. We're going to decrease the mana cost there as well. It was 70 to 110. It's now going to be 60 to 80.
A lot of mana changes.
Yeah, so you might see a theme with this patch, and actually every change past this is all mana costs.
Okay, so what's the reason for the Tail Whip mana cost? Is it just like it was on the high end? Or?
It was on the high end. It was at 110, if I remember correctly.
It is,
and that makes it so that when he wants to try and disrupt a fight, or if he wants to use it for wave clear if he's a soul laner, it was eating a lot of his mana. And he is a character that has the strength of being able to regenerate his mana while he ultimates. Yeah. But by making all the mana costs really high, you just kind of negate the strength. It's like they just cancel each other out rather than him having that actual strength of being able to bring himself back up into a fight. Okay. And so we're bringing that down so he doesn't have to spend as much mana while he's in lane or while he's fighting other opponents. And then his mana regen from his ultimate can shine through a bit more because he's not spending as much.
Well, talking about more mana cost adjustments, Hunbats is the next on the list, and he's going to get a mana cost adjustment.
Out of order.
Sacred Monkey. Well, also the last one's out of order as well.
Don't worry about it.
Sacred Monkey, decreased mana cost. It was 75 to 95. It's now going to be 60 to 80. So throw those monkeys.
Yeah, nothing too exciting with changes.
Yeah, this one was really rank 1. Rank 1 at 75 mana for a skill that you generally didn't level up that much. Like, you could level up for damage if you wanted to, but the AoE of the 1 and the 2, especially because of the slow, you could rank those up first. So if you left that at early ranks, it was a pretty heavy mana cost to use it for maybe clear or to get onto someone. And so now it's lower, so that if you keep it at rank 1, it's a bit better. If you do rank it up early, it is still a bit less cost restrictive for you to use. Okay.
And finally, last but not least, Isis is going to get some love this patch too. It's to Spirit Ball and Dispel Magic.
Yeah, Isis has been just out of the meta for so long.
Is now 70 to 90.
She does a lot of damage though.
Mana reduction late game, early game, similar. I'd guess, just smaller steps.
Very close. So the big thing here for Isis is she has 3 abilities that actually cost pretty high mana. Wing Gust also costs, I think, 100 if I looked correctly. But we only targeted Spirit Ball and Spell Magic. And the reason for that is Wing Gust is a pseudo-mobility move with movement speed and no penalty for moving around. It's wave clear. It's also very good poke. And so rather than reducing that, which is the one that she's going to rank up the quickest and use as often as possible, we focus more on her utility things. And if you look at all the other kits that we reduced, it's also focused towards those utility things. Like Sacred Monkey is partially mobility, not really so much for damage. You can jump to someone. Fumes, Chug, Tail Whip. And so by reducing those, we still keep Isis if she wants to use all her main damage source of Wing Gust. It's still going to be a bit cost restrictive. Similar for Vamana, he has 2 abilities, I think 2 abilities that are around 100 mana costs that would probably be on this list, but they were his Umbrella Ring and his Cone Attack, which are his good pokes, clears, harass tools. And so we kept them high to make sure that if he's dumping all those on the wave, he has to be more careful with them because he should be a bit more restrictive with what abilities he's using. Okay,
and also for Isis, not just Spirit Ball, but Dispel Magic.
Oh yeah, I skipped that.
Decrease mana cost from 80 to 100 is going to be 60 to 80, so similar vein.
Yeah, exactly. It's the kind of crowd control effect. It has no damage on it. It's just shredding and giving her protections and silencing.
Okay, well, that's pretty much it for balance then. Overall. So it's a small balance thing. Obviously, Season 5 is right around the corner. There is one more patch, I believe, before Season 5.
Yeah, we will have a 4.25, and then we'll have a 5.1.
Okay, when's 4.25 around? You got a rough date?
It'll probably be somewhere closer to HRX. Okay. I don't have the exact date in my head, but it'll be closer to HRX.
So this is definitely the last one before Christmas and before the World Championships. Pretty much of what's going out here. Pon, it's time for you to go and get those skins ready. You better have all ready to go.
I hope he is.
Yeah, Ullr will look good.
I went through and bought voice packs. We have some dances. I should be able to show off the dances today.
Oh, we do have dances?
Yeah, we have some dances.
I didn't see any dances on here.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay, Nike's got a dance. Who else has got dances?
2 others. Artio and Kerninos.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. I got it right.
Well, hopefully we get to see those in a moment. While Pop goes and gets ready, though, we do have the wonderful MLC Stealth, the community representative, standing by to talk about this weekend. Stealth, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Hindu?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I see you've been busy on the Reddits as always.
I have, yeah. There's a conversation going on about Ullr right now. You know, he's receiving his Frostfire Ullr skin right now.
Ah, okay. So you've been involved in that. Was it fun?
It was, yeah. His skin is really cool. Like, it's also really hot.
All right. What? No, it's supposed to be cold at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Frostbite.
It's hot. Frostfire.
Frostfire. Sorry, yeah. Frostbite. I was just thinking of that. So what have you got for me this weekend? What's going on? Is there something exciting happening?
There's a few exciting things happening.
It better be exciting.
It's very exciting. Our first thing is you can earn double favor just by playing Smite. That's all you have to do. This weekend we have a double favor event going on. Just play Smite. Pick your favorite characters. Pick your least favorite characters. It doesn't matter. Play Smite.
Favor to help me get the big head Cupid that I still haven't gotten.
Especially if you're losing.
That's great news for me, specifically.
And
Just
we have another event going on, too, and it's 50% off of all voice packs this weekend.
Every single one?
Every single voice pack. You know, you can get a voice pack for Arachne. You can get a voice pack for Bastet. You can get. I could go on. The list goes on.
I could go on.
Let's just go through the alphabet.
You could go for Hell.
Let's start with A. What gods do we know in
I was
A?
actually looking at this because I wanted to do the joke earlier, but I already forgot the whole thing.
Okay, let's go
Agni
backwards.
is the first character.
Let's go backwards.
Zeus. No, Zhang Kui.
Ah, I gotcha.
Zhang Kui and then Zeus.
Okay, then who?
Z. Wow, it's X, Y. Y is next. Thor? Is somebody shouting Thor?
Xing Tan might be on that list down there, right?
Ymir.
Yes.
Ymir.
Someone in the headset.
I don't know my backwards ABC gods. I'm so sorry.
I noticed you've also got on your World Championship Cognitive.
I do,
jersey,
yeah. Thank
so
you for noticing.
Any particular reason for that?
Well, you know, today's a special day.
It
And
is?
that day is, be sure to tune in after Patch Notes because we have a special documentary created by Spiff Sinister and Lewis Element. And that documentary is about Jeff Henla and Barracuda.
But you're in it, right?
I do appear in it a little bit, yeah.
When you were
Documentary
famous
about Jeff and Barra. Gotta watch
No,
that.
you're infamous now. There's a difference.
I have
you're upgraded.
decided to give up my fame so I can have a lowly job at Hi-Res.
Don't call it lowly. You get yourself fired doing that.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't call
I
it
probably will.
lowly.
I love it here. It's great here. They give me food sometimes and they let me drink water.
Water's the best. And
water is so good.
Tina's just reminding you.
And cookies.
They give me cookies sometimes.
They do. Thank you so much for joining us, Stealth. Have a wonderful rest of your day and week and enjoy your Christmas. And
You
we'll see you
too.
before then.
Yeah.
Because we stay away from each other all the time.
We do.
We have to. Can't be in the same room. That's it from Stealth, and it's back to the desk, and the wonderful crew is here.
I find his flat delivery style mystifying.
Is it great?
Mystifying.
It's like he plays it to comedic effect. And yet I'm also so confused.
They let me drink water as a big plus.
And they give me food as well.
Fluid is very, very important. Hydration. Very, very key, especially during these winter months when you don't think about it.
Stealth is hilarious.
Tina, how are you doing? I've not seen you in ages.
I'm well.
How have you been?
I've been really good.
Sorry if you guys hear the
Look
Facebook
how happy her
notifications.
face is right now.
I'm not fired, guys. I'm here.
She's still
busy, just busy.
Bad news. She's not
It was
fired.
close,
She's still
but-
Bad news.
We tried.
No, it was
harsh.
So, have you gone through your training for on-camera presence now? So, language is a low time. Is that what? No, not yet.
No, I'm still the same.
Good. That's what most people will want to hear. Me
AJ's
specifically,
got
maybe not. But
fluffy microphone crust.
Oh yeah, he does.
Pick it.
Oh, this is so weird.
Tina is currently touching AJ's crust on her. AJ, how you doing?
I'm having a great day.
You are now.
I got a little bit of microphone crust, but other than that,
Microphone
it's in my
crust,
peripheral vision. I
ew.
didn't even notice it, but I'm glad we fixed that.
Well, it's time to get onto the skins now. We've stalled long enough for Pompod to get himself ready.
Big
Hopefully, he's
day.
got himself sorted.
we
Big
have
day
a
for
lot.
skins.
There's a lot of stuff
I mean, the
happening
tier
right now.
5 skin.
There is
There's a lot of things. It's
There's-
the end of the Odyssey.
the end of the Odyssey.
Yes.
And there's been some really good stuff. I really want to see what you've done with the Krampus skin now as
I
well. 'cause
wish
saw a
we got
child.
Medusa for the
That's a
Odyssey.
great story, actually.
Feels bad.
I'm pretty sure that was a child.
We'll see. We'll see.
You want us to be,
We'll
is it
see.
Vamana? Is that what you're telling me? Like Vamana's in the backpack? Oh, I don't know. We'll find out.
That doesn't fit the lore. Sorry.
Arctic Sea Artio is the one I'm going to start with. Yes,
Oh
I'm a
my
scumbag. I'm
gosh.
going to make you all wait
This
for
looks
Ullr
so
at the end
good.
because it was my choice. And if you don't like it, make a Reddit thread. I don't care. It's not a problem.
Nice.
Tweet at me with death threats. I'm used to it. We're starting with Artio. Okay? Polar bear.
Yeah.
I love polar bears.
I mean, this was like a no-brainer.
Oh my
winter skin,
gosh.
Polar bear RTO had to happen.
Even as soon as we started talking about
This
Arctic,
is a
Polar
must-have,
Bear
for
came up
sure.
Early, and of course, it fits with her theming as far as the Celtic gods of the
Kicking
pantheon,
the snow off of
Odyssey,
I know, I like that little kick.
and it's wintertime, so it was just
It looks
aligned
so
on
good.
all fronts.
And I loved the carved.
It looks like
shoulder-
Scylla.
shoulder
Like you need
armor.
Artio and
just
Scylla
a
in mid
and a
lane
hood.
together.
This is a very neat skin.
Yeah.
It is an outfit I wouldn't mind wearing. Have we got game sound production?
Wow.
Come on. What
Polar
is
bear
this?
looks good.
It's 2017.
He's got a
He's got some cool.
It's got a little bit of
headgear.
armor.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just a
gosh.
bit.
It's awesome.
And his, her
His hair?
braids.
I mean, is it a
said
male
his
bear?
No.
No, it's a
No.
her.
I
That
just
would be
needed
cool.
To correct
That would be cool if it was a male bear and a female.
It is still
I don't know. I
Artio.
just
It's the same person.
Okay, I was just hoping.
She's
I don't know
there.
why you need that.
We're just coming back to this real quick while we just get the audio sorted for you guys.
Yeah, we were making last-minute changes still back there.
I know.
Just fix some stuff up.
So why is
You
it
can
always
blame me.
last-minute changes, huh?
Because we're like,
going on,
I know this
AJ?
is patch notes day for everybody, but this is a work day for us, and we're working on all of this stuff that's on the show. We're working on it right now.
Because I mean, it's not even officially released till Tuesday.
There are
around Tuesday.
artists and programmers scrambling around, fixing things and updating things and getting the final touches on these right now.
That's
so
one of the
we wanted
reasons-
to get some final updates in, so we did the latest possible build we have right here, like
And
the
it's-
latest possible.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
her
this tier 5
jump's
stuff
awesome.
seems just like a thing, but it's got all kinds of.
Oh, and look
complicated,
at the
unique
fire and ice
programming.
HUD as well.
Pom was saying it took a week to make this skin, so I'm guessing not at the old skin. Right? That's what Pom was saying.
Wildly inaccurate on both fronts.
Just saying,
That
Pom
HUD
said
is
it, not
kind
me,
of like
okay?
He did not.
not that great.
I don't
Don't
believe
But
you.
oh well.
We don't believe you.
Don't throw him under your made-up bus that you just made out of whole cloth.
Chuck, these effects are looking great. I love
Yeah, that's
that
cool.
shockwave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are super cool.
Nice little snowstorm for the cripple as well.
I really like the lifesteal cone.
Yeah, the ability one. Can we see that again, Fawn?
It's got a really that cool swirly stuff.
And it's
So
almost
neat.
a little bit sharp,
Yeah.
like ice and electricity almost.
There we can see the Odyssey jump stand. The Frostfire jump stand.
Oh, I thought that was just Ardios.
It has some hidden functionality we'll discuss at a later time.
Wait, what?
Ooh,
The jump stand has functionality?
that's pretty cool.
You'll see. It's cool.
Okay, I'm really interested now, man. Okay.
I like the shattering ice.
Yeah. This whole skin, just the effects ended up coming out really cool. And, you know, Ardio has a lot of stuff going on, so...
Sure.
You can see that's their passive debuff. That's,
Yeah, like look at the
persisting.
sweep behind the bear's paw. So dope.
It is a really nice
Oh
looking
yeah.
skin, though.
Ooh, that's really
Yeah, it
cool.
has a lot of
Do
cool
her
effects for
inmates
sure.
throw snowballs?
No, because she isn't ranged.
She's
Oh, that's right.
That was
never gonna
Scylla.
throw it.
Oh, that was Scylla. That's right.
all right.
So it does come with a voice pack as well. So Pompon, if you please.
Woohoo! You're brilliant! That was great! I did well.
Kind of sounds the
If you
same.
keep running, you might slip and fall. There is no escaping a blizzard. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice.
Oh my god.
If you keep being mean, I'm going to have to smack you with my bare hands.
That was good too.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Did you do that bare hands one? That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. I like that one. See, I can't be.
It was great.
It was great.
It was great.
I loved it.
I loved it.
Okay, on to the next game we go then. That is the RTO one. We've got Krampus Kurdanos up next.
Yes. Look at the
Okay, but
pygmies.
look what's in this picture. You know.
Child.
There's a lot
That's
of
all I see is
things
the
going
There's
child.
a
There's
child
a-
in the basket.
Yeah,
That's what I
child
saw.
running
Got
away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did get away.
But don't worry, Krampus will hunt him down later.
He will.
Oh my god.
He will.
Look at his tongue, dude.
And the little goats.
Yeah. So this for me was a no-brainer. There was a bunch of other Kurnanos ideas that came around, and I was like, nope, Christmas, Krampus, Kurnanos, it's happening.
Oh, that looks
I
good.
don't want to hear about other things right now.
Oh, he does have something
Yeah.
moving in his bag.
So you can't tell what's in
Mexican
there.
jumping
Please
beans.
tell me.
It's Mexican jumping beans.
Oh no, I was hoping he was going to throw the child for one of his abilities.
Yeah.
No.
Oh
There's
my
child
God.
throwing.
Throw the child.
How good would that be?
Amazing.
He pulls out a different
No.
child out of the bag
Yeah,
to,
every
to
time.
glaive as a glaive.
And the colors of the child change when
Yeah.
he's in different modes.
Yes.
The clothes.
Perfect.
No. You're a terrible person.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
Oh
that's just
my
like this is why I'm not allowed in
I
those
agree.
design
That was
videos.
great.
Oh, his little
So
backpack
here's a look
changes
at the
color.
skin, the glaives, the different beautiful
And of
colours.
course his suit changes, so you can see the trim on his bag and sash and everything changes with his seasons.
Yeah, for the colours to change it, that's cool. Okay, please throw a child with the two. Please throw a child.
Throw.
Please throw a child.
Why are,
Seems
listen to
cruel.
yourself.
Berry
Listen to
bushes.
the words that are coming out of your mouth. Why didn't we throw a child?
It's called a Krampus. It's Krampus. Krampus is mean and mean-spirited at Christmas. Throwing children at Christmas is a mean thing to do. Hence, you should throw children.
I think
Okay?
it's genius.
That's all I'm saying.
The Mayans were.
Oh, there's
sacrificing
snow that
people,
comes
rolling
down
their
as well.
bodies down temples. Chalk doesn't do that.
Why not? Let's make it.
T
Rated
for
T for
teen.
teen.
Can we just have an adult version thrown in? Like
Rated
that's all I
T for
want.
Tina.
Okay. T for Tina. I'm down. I like that one.
And it would be ready.
The ultimate.
Anyway, check it out.
The goats.
Goats.
Oh my
These little
gosh.
goats.
Those goats are pretty good.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's
Aren't they adorable?
That's a nice voice line, Teens.
Thanks.
especially
That's
when the
amazing, Tina.
now that we heard a
Creepy
tiny
little-
little line, that little line.
Oh god.
Definitely.
It's
neat.
pretty
yeah,
good.
So I was excited about this. My thing, one of my big SMITE pushes as art director is to make Christmas and winter skins that I don't hate.
Okay.
See, this is very difficult.
Oh, look at his dance.
What was the last one you had to make that you didn't like? Do you remember?
Oh, we definitely have some
I mean,
work in progress here.
if you
the
ever
weapon.
saw original Jingle Hell, did you ever see that?
That's an old one.
That was
Oh,
really
Jingle Hell was so bad.
It was.
Was it good?
No.
You didn't like it.
you see how much more theme is in this as opposed to just putting red and green like on it. We really stepped up on holiday skins
and it was
last year and
just
this
the
year.
perfect, zone for Kernanos. It was just so obvious, like he is so Krampus.
Simple yet effective. Just lack of children. That was my only issue. Okay, let's listen to the voice pack. Nice and quiet, please.
Woohoo! Woohoo! You are remarkable. Fascinating. Happy Krampus Nacht. Happy Krampus Nacht. Do you believe in me now?
Oh, nice.
I feed off your fear. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I cramping your style?
It's a good skin.
You have to do it, guys.
That's a good one. I
Elf
like that
on
one.
the shelf? Well, I am around every corner, watching you.
I like the
Wow, that laugh's
It's great.
creepy.
deep and scary.
The voice is
This
good.
is the best Christmas skin of all time.
Until next year. Or the next skin.
There's not that many evil Christmas characters, so it's gonna get tougher from here on out. But
Well, it's time
did
to
it.
bring it back away from the
and
Christmas
he
theme.
dances.
And we'll move on to the Crystal Gaze Medusa next. Oh,
Medusa.
I love the green in this.
She's got
Yes.
crystal and cleavage.
Yes.
Crystal and
That's a
cleavage.
feature.
What more could you want?
The only two things
I don't
wanted
think
was
she has
smooth.
cleavage in her other skins.
Green.
Maybe
Crystal,
like
'cause
her
she's rich,
mermaid
and
one.
cleavage because she's a woman.
I don't know, maybe.
Right, I guess that's the way I'm going to
Well,
go with
I'm
that.
glad we're
Oh.
past that.
Yeah, that works out.
AJ's like, I'm glad we've stopped talking about that now, and we're never going to talk about it ever again.
Instead of talking about this
move
awesome
along.
Earth spirit.
Oh, look at
This is
her,
the
like,
ground.
the earth on the ground.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the actual ground being cracked underneath is really cool.
Watch when you move.
Mm-hmm.
Move, Pawn.
He can't move while he's camera counting.
No,
We have to
no,
enjoy the model
That's
360
true.
first.
True.
The
Let me see.
tail
How
turned
far
out
the-
well.
How far
Tail's
the patches
cool.
have come from the old days of like, this is what the skin looks like. We don't get to do 360 roam around of it. We just used to go.
Oh,
this is
wow,
it.
that looks so
That's the
cool
skin.
when she
Peace out.
moves
And you
around.
See some of the art and something. That's the ground is great.
I'm buying that
this
for sure.
was, if you remember, active member of the community. We were working on the tier 5 designs, right? And this was the Medusa Elemental Changer was one of the suggestions. So we did fire and ice Ullr. So we decided to use the Earth Medusa.
Because obviously you can't have it evolve as well, because it would be a tier 5 skin then. So,
Sure.
yeah,
Right, but it was
all
a
makes
really
sense.
cool, unique
Yeah.
pattern, and
Yeah.
it was different from her other skins.
We really liked this concept.
Should have made a
and so
tier
we
5
wanted to go
Medusa.
ahead and make it.
Feels bad. At least they did give us this, though. So I'm happy.
Good job on the explanation there. The statues as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're green and
Yeah,
crackly.
I think there's something. I think there's.
There's one in the
Okay.
back.
Do it again. Oh,
Can we get funky now? that announcer back.
Oh man.
So the ones
Sweet.
that die, they turn into darker stone with the green cracks.
Can you do the acid spit one more time for me as well? I just want to say
It's like a elemental earth energy twist with rocks. It's cool. Do it again. Just don't hit anybody.
don't hit. It's hard for Pod not to hit
Yeah,
people.
Pon's
Yeah.
He's a
aim's
high-level
really good.
player.
Oh, I
Oh,
like
it's like
the
Earth Shards.
helix,
Yeah.
helix shape. That's cool.
Now, it does come with a voice pack as well.
Sure
so
does.
let's have a listen
Oh
to
wait,
that.
hold on.
Oh, wait, what?
Can we
What?
see
What?
the
What?
face underneath the mask?
That's not possible.
He can do it.
We'll die.
Pon is good enough.
We'll be turned to stone.
We'll be turned to stone.
What's he doing? He's got a slow
He's
mo,
got it, yeah.
and then and then alt, and then camera pan really quickly.
Oh.
She's taking her mask off. Just wait for it.
Oh,
that's creepy.
Nice.
Wow, that's so
Yeah, so
cool.
she's got this crystalline skull
That's cool.
underneath.
Skull almost
Yeah.
looked like lizardy to me.
Yeah.
We need to make that ultimate fire slower. I know it's going to make it like weaker, but maybe we just increase the damage. But we need to make it fire slower so we can actually see that face more often. So the speed. Just
Yeah, you never want to look.
No.
balance team. Hey, let's just do this. Let's have a listen to the voice pack then. Pom-Pom Sellers, be quiet already.
Wahoo! Wahoo! You have won my favor. Excellent. Still stronger than ever. I have the crushing force of 1,000 boulders. I will make crystallized shards rain onto you. You should really get into crystal healing. Your stress levels are very high. I love Earth jokes. I think they're the schist.
What?
You know, the rotation of
The
Earth really
schist.
makes my
Just
day.
like you know, rock.
That's a type of rock.
Like a type of like a.
Is that a geological term?
I mean, sure.
I made sure.
She's very, as a stone character, you'd think she's quite
I'm sure you do your
which I
Googling,
like.
Tina.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
Because a lot of other
I'm
Medusa
a
skins are like,
Googler.
Medusa's always kind of like overly angry, but this one's kind of crystalline. She's kind of
Well,
calm.
I
'cause
kind of
she's
made
knows
her
she's like,
lawful neutral because she's
Yeah.
Earth
Right.
element.
Yeah.
She doesn't say, "I'll make everyone feel my pain."
Yeah.
I think she does
yeah,
say
yeah,
that. Yeah.
No, default Medusa does.
she
Yeah,
does,
which
she
is
does.
the bitchiest line in the whole game.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Let's move on to the next
story.
skin on the list,
Harsh.
which is Fallen Angel Nike.
Oh, Nike.
No, she's a bit bitchy.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so here's the thing.
What's the
So
thing?
we have some data would suggest that two things people like are
Are.
angels
And death.
Darkness.
and darkness.
But how
So
do they go
this-
together?
No, they like
This
them separately, but this is both.
Is the chocolate and peanut butter of skins.
That sounds good.
She kind of looks like she's a female member of Kiss too.
She
She's
looks
like one of
good.
those-
The eyes.
groupies.
Lover
One of the
wings.
groupies that like, hey, I want to be kiss.
the color scheme's a little off. She needs more plain white, but I get where you're going with that. The
She's
eye
just not putting makeup on
I
yet.
love
That's
the
all it
glow
is.
inside the wings, Chuck. That looks
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it turned out cool. So there's a couple of neat things here. So we did some special stuff with the halos / mask or helmet
Oh yeah,
arrangement
Pawn will have to kill a
when
bunch
she
of dudes to
transforms.
get that.
Also, everybody, just so you know, we changed the lobby presentation in the God viewer so that you get to see Nike do transformations now.
So for all Nike skins in the lobby, you'll watch her put her ultimate helmet on.
Oh.
In the
So you
lobby.
can see what it looks
Previously, she never did that, but
Okay.
now you'll actually see her change her helmets because the helmets are actually really cool. So you'll get to see them a lot better in the lobby
Jeez,
now.
Pawn.
Look at that Pawn with the 10 kills in a single swing. So that's one piece of the halo.
Gotcha. So you can actually see the halo going through. That makes a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
sense.
a different style.
That's
It's you still have 3 stages of the halo, but you have a little bit more of this like.
I think you're pretty mean, Chuck. Though, like you've just released a skin right now, just before Worlds, when I'm pretty sure a few cosplayers would like to do this, and now they've got.
Oh, look at all the gold coming down.
Only the best can be Fallen Angel Nike in time for HRX.
We'll find out who. Tuning.
With the wings, though. That's what bothers me.
So there's the slapfest that Pond's going to slowly break the game.
I'm surprised he hasn't crashed.
I know, I was thinking
he's
it's-
spawning a lot of minions.
So I like this kind of scheme on the Nike effects. It's super cool. She's got the this kind of deep bluish.
That XP in
Look
gold
at that
looks so
car.
funny.
So there's a 2-stage halo.
Oh,
So
cool.
there's 2 of those rings.
You're not going to get the third one. No. Don't worry
That's
about it.
okay.
I'm not worried about the 3 whatsoever. Let's have a look at some of the other abilities. The leap and the ultimate. Let's go. We've seen the one off.
That upgrade was cool.
Ooh.
She has a pentagram.
This is a Chuck skin.
It is.
I love the effects
technically-
colors are really cool.
Technically, everything's a Chuck skin, though, right? Because you have to give the okay.
Sort of. There are certain ones
Better
where I'm going to
favorites.
show up at your desk a bunch of times and be like,
To make sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm already going to make them change that. Oh, shit, it's the patch that shows everybody.
Hold on. We gotta see her demon helmet. Oh, she's just animating so much.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
She had like a complete stone face and like armor.
Cool. That looks cool.
Yeah, it's Pretty
big
dope.
horns.
Like a weeping angel. I
Yeah,
like the
she's got
tears
this
mask, yeah.
evil weeping mask and big horns that come on when she switches into the.
Her wings are
Show me a
more
dance
glowy.
bomb. You told me there was a dance emote for this one.
That seems fitting to the skin.
Really? Oh no, it's that one.
What? What is this?
It's that one guy.
In the
That's so
animation team,
troll, dude.
they're getting real meme over there.
That's so good. Oh my
That's an amazing
god.
And let's have a listen to the voice pack as well, please.
With that one kid just like dancing.
Wee! Wow! Wow! Wee! Wee! Wee!
Oh man.
You are all right. Ravishing. Hell wants me. You are all forsaken. You will wish you were never born. Heaven doesn't want me, and hell, well, it's afraid I'll take over. Oh, look, another fallen angel. Blast that darn ozone hole.
And that's the Nike skin. We can then move on to... Oh, this one looks good. Actually, the next two I'm really excited about from the look of the card art for sure. Tremor Tech Cabrakan.
We kind of got more sweet features on this skin. This skin has a sweet
That
feature.
feels... That actual card art just looks like a screensaver. You know, something that you have as a desktop background.
It is
Like,
nice.
when
I
it's
love
on-
the
it's
action
amazing.
pose, and he's got like lasers coming at him, and he's just charging into the battle.
Cabrakan's got some really amazing skins. When you actually think about the ones that he's got, like the PC
Oh, wow.
nerd version.
Yeah.
I
that
like
one's
the
great.
Hulk skin a
The
lot.
Hulk skin
too.
as well, yeah.
Not the Hulk.
With the cars.
Whatever.
Yeah, where he uses
Yeah.
the cars. Yeah.
Robot.
God, he looks massive in that. He looks
Yeah.
huge.
Cabrakan is cool because he has very unique weapons. You know, he's got the
Did he
double
just
shields,
extend
which
his
are very
neck?
different.
His neck's just extended, right? From behind. Is that what I just saw?
Wait, I didn't see that.
Looks like his neck extended from behind. Sorry, it might have just been me.
Oh,
the
no,
camera
he
angle.
also doesn't have those hair flaps that
Oh,
normal
that's a good point. He
Cabrakan
doesn't have
has.
hair.
Yeah.
Here's his shield.
He's
That's pretty
bald.
cool.
Oh, no, they're cool.
Oh, and they were spinning when they were powered
Yeah.
up.
So we're going to save the neat feature for the last. But
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know what the neat feature is.
You'll see.
Okay, I'll trust you. I do like the spinning.
Spinning wheels. Turbines, if you will.
Basic. God, that shields look huge.
Nice.
Do we have a whole mech team yet?
There's
Thor,
Chalk.
Thanatos, Cabrakan, Chalk.
We might be missing like a mage or something.
We're
like
definitely missing some
Susano.
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 Yeah, Susano.
Do we have any? Or what about
Well,
Hunter?
there's like a
Not
techie
AMC.
Thoth.
I think we're missing a mech mage. Put it on the list.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, electric fire.
Those are pretty
They
cool.
look dope.
Futury, Hexy.
Technological shells, barriers, if you will. Dance, Odin.
Now that Odin's gonna
Dance.
keep dancing forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
wait,
the
he
wall
stopped.
stopped him.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
And now he's taunting me. Yeah. I was like,
He may just be- oh,
There he
he's just right by
goes.
the collision. There he
Yep,
goes.
there he goes.
goodbye, friends.
When you make the bots dance, they dance forever.
All right, so are you ready?
What
Pon?
am I supposed to? What is it I'm excited about? I
Pon, are you
you
ready?
don't tell me anything. What we're doing?
I hope it works.
So we have these VXG functionality on some skins, right? So we want
Yeah.
A special.
We have this cool idea because of the shields.
Yay!
Wow, that's
You
awesome.
get to hoverboard around on your shield.
It's pretty cool, honestly. How long does it last?
Until you do
You
anything.
can speed
Oh
hack
my
like
God,
Pon.
Oh my god!
Smite surfing.
Pon, you're going to make people think this is pay to win. This is
Not
just
the case.
a fun feature.
That's cool.
It does not improve.
I really do
Purely
love
visual.
Oh yeah, check that out.
the specials are always fun, especially the moving specials.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like they're my favorite. The one thing, can I put a request in, by the way? That the Geb special, you know, the Earth one, can we make that movable so you can just roam as the globe? Is that possible?
I think we put some extra limitations on that one
I thought
because
so, 'cause it was
you
it was
can
one of the
use
first
it
as
to
well.
obscure what you're doing, so it becomes like OP.
Okay, I understand.
thought it
Although
was
that's an
just-
old
I
one,
think
so
it's
I wasn't really
interruptible.
I wasn't really involved
That
in
was
the
the
decision
original.
making there. That was
was
the first
original
one, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not even, from what I remember, it wasn't intentional to do that, but it was just in there like, screw it, let's just do it. That's what happened.
Yeah,
from
I
what
think
remember
I think
yeah.
they did end up putting some extra stuff on, like if you get hit or like
I
because you
listen
could
to
like
the
hide
Globe
what
Roller.
you can hide what you're doing in there too easily. So
Well, let's have a listen to the
Yeah.
Cabrakan voice pack that goes with this lovely looking skin.
Whoa,
Oh, great.
Woo,
Very exciting.
Great effort. Incredible. I am mighty. I am mighty. I am mighty. Don't underestimate my speed.
That's true.
Humans
Yeah, he runs right at you.
are just as daft as I thought.
Is this a ranked
I really like
award?
this new
I
order.
don't know.
It's pretty slick. I was about to punch that guy if he kept pushing my buttons.
Nice. I like this one. He's got a lot of personality.
Yeah, it's sweet for a robot, especially.
Yeah, he's like a cool dude in a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, while Pompon goes surfing off to the next skin,
Yeah,
we'll have a look
surf
at the card art for Rocket Punch. Mercury is next up. Pomp sold the skin to me by the size of the fist, which I've
Yeah.
not even seen in game yet.
I
so
mean, that was
I'm
the
excited.
initial pitch. That was how it started.
It was just a stick with fists.
No, we had a
was the idea.
talk, and then we were like, you know what? What if we
am
just
at
made
this.
the fists way bigger?
Yes.
He
And
is
then
the
we
punchy
tested
guy.
it out, and it worked, and it didn't create a
It's
bunch of problems.
impressive.
And we just put a lot of effort and time and detail into these big, giant, punchy mech gloves.
They've got pistons.
Yeah, some of the cookies and we do on like.
Did you see his little back flaps flip up there, and he's got little
Yeah.
rocket boosters.
Back flaps. Yeah, he's got.
We actually use
thrusters.
that term more often than we
Yes,
should. Yes, we
yes.
do. But that's probably not what I should have said today.
Reminds me of that Justice League dude. What's his name?
Back flaps anymore. We're good with
All right, sorry.
talking about back flaps.
Cyborg or something.
Ooh.
Dare you to blink. We need a full attack speed build.
I love the mechanics. I love the mechanical sound that you get from that too.
Yeah,
Of those punches. Ooh. Get ready.
Pon, don't dash into tower range. Thought you were
What are you
good.
talking about? It's a Mercury player. Of course it's
Ooh,
going to
look
rank
at
power.
the skid mark.
Skid mark.
The skid mark.
I'm allowed to say backflap if Tina's allowed to say skid mark.
What do you call that?
Sorry,
I don't know, like a
It's
rift.
a chasm
Oh.
or a rift.
Oh, sorry.
An
Okay.
an energy chasm.
Technically, he is skidding and leaving a mark.
Hey.
I guess so.
I mean, no, he's not skidding at
He's
all.
not
I was
skidding.
just trying to say he's running really fast. Like,
Yeah, that's
what's supposed to be
what
what's
would
happening.
happen when he stops. But
Now, it does come with a voice pack as well, I believe.
and a special.
Another
There's a
special?
This one's
Do it
Special
before the voice
features.
pack. Do it.
What, special first?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Rocket
They're
pack.
flying.
It's like the opposite of what you expect from Mercury, right? That's why, because it's
What
like
do you mean?
Mercury runs everywhere, and he's like, you know what? I'm lazy as crap. I want to move at human speed, so what I'll do is I'll use a backpack.
He's Cyber Mercury. He's got jets.
Does it
out of
break
his
your
back
Does
flaps.
it break your passive, Pon? He's type. Pon type.
That's good.
Oh, so your passive still goes up even though you're doing that. That's good to know,
Oh, that's cool.
He's still moving.
just in case. Technically, he is, even though his feet aren't touching the ground.
So you can just do that wherever you want.
Yeah.
Traveling
You fly
the map.
around.
We've just got a floaty
Can
crew
just
just
float.
running around everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty
these guys,
cool.
like, how they're not gonna walk everywhere.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, yeah, Gem's a mech as well, thinking about that.
And he turns into
Couldn't
a
get one
spaceship.
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
So I just think of the other ones as well.
But that's an ability.
That is an ability. It's not the same thing, but it's still really cool.
Now, it does have a voice pack as well. Let's have a listen in.
What the
I
heck?
guess that was adequate. Nice one. I can't get any better. I am the best. I spy with my electronic eye someone about to lose. One hit from me will knock you back 5 divisions. We kept the best of me. My abs, my hair, face. Well, most of it anyway. I don't fear anything. I guess it's because of my nerves of steel.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, clumsy actually. Help me
Oh
write
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's great. What a team.
What a team!
What a team we have here.
Clumsy.
What's this jump
I
stamp
see you.
thing, by the way, that I'm worried about? Isn't it? Jump stamp? Is that
That's
Oh.
the
Yeah.
jump stamp
We gotta
you
wait for
get
Ullr.
from the Odyssey, but if you use it with Ullr, it does more things.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we not missed something that we're supposed to see by now. But it's with all skin. Okay.
Right.
How
Kind
do
of
you
like we did last year.
No,
where
it was
we
all
made
skin
some
up.
stuff you could get that you could equip on other skins, but you had to get with the tier 5.
Well, 3 skins left to go, and we're going to move swiftly along now to High Res Expo Loki in all his glory.
Common clothes is a popular theme that we've explored a little bit recently. So Loki looks good with a hoodie on and some real human clothes.
We thought it would be pretty fun to make, casual modern Loki, but he's still got the headdress.
That basically, take away the headdress, right? The eyes stay the same. That is like a participant at HydraGG Expo on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Right, at Saturday night after the weekend's gone on so far, like that's what people are starting to look like and come dressed as anyway. So it fits perfectly in. You could just sit in the crowd and you wouldn't notice.
You can this is an easy cosplay if you want to do a last minute one. There you go.
Yeah, smart idea actually.
And you might have seen this one around, but nobody got it. So here's your chance.
I like how his horns come.
He has jeans on.
Do they
It's so
go through?
weird.
I thought they're kind of mounted. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the top part of his headdress is like on over top.
Well, it's a specially designed hoodie to work with Loki horns.
Right. When you're Loki, you can commission a custom.
When you're the trickster god of the Norse pantheon, you can get one custom shirt.
I'm over here.
Oh, he's even Loki version too. I like the decoy because the decoy is one of those things where you actually just get to replicate the god. Yeah, so yeah, it's like a little bit more person. Got green effects on this one, okay.
And this will be involved in some HRX related.
I think you have to come to the convention. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We don't know.
I have no clue. But if you've seen HydraGG Expo before, more than likely it's one of those things where you get given it or you get it by doing something.
I think it might be a drop.
Drops in the viewers.
Oh, there'll be drama if it's a drop because the Bologna one. No, people are still waiting on that.
But now you'll want both.
I need that Bologna still.
After Loki,
Rip chat.
we also have Empress Noir. She's looking very regal in this one.
I don't get why they gave her
exactly.
another one.
And her name, Empress, is like a part of her long form name, as she's like a leader of the pantheon.
Yeah,
so
just cut it down.
this one's a little bit lore accurate too, but also just fits her regal style.
Magical balls.
Wait, are they supposed to be magical pearl balls? Because they look like pearl balls.
I think that's the case.
But they've got little hats on
Pearlescent.
them.
Pearlescent spheres.
They have hats on them.
Sure they can.
Let's stop saying the word balls and move on.
Oh, okay.
What about ornaments? Ornamental spheres.
Ornaments.
Magic ornamental
I really like her
spheres.
outfit. It's pretty sweet.
Cool.
They remind me of spinners. That's what they remind me of. You know those? I mean, I'm going to show my age here, but like when you used to wrap a cord around it and then pull it and it spin.
Oh,
a top.
Yeah. That's what
yeah, the
I can't
things
remember
that
his
they
name, but
did
it was
like
a spinner.
100 years ago?
Yeah, back in my
When
childhood.
we
It's
didn't
almost
have
like a
video
tier
games,
2, but some things have changed.
And tic-tac-toe.
Tier 3,
It's
but
not funny to
not
laugh
that
about
great.
That. Like that was my childhood before video games.
I know. I was there too. Let's not tell everyone how old
Please,
we are.
that hurts.
They had a wind-up robot made of tin.
Is there the minions are changed in this one? They're a little bit more. They look like metallic or something.
Some
Ice? Or
crystalline blue material minions.
Well, I mean, technically, she's a Jade Empress, and that was one of the associated things with her, right? That's what it kind of feels
that's
that
probably
way.
what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I get lost sometimes. Very rarely, but I
Hey,
do.
Pon, can we see
was
the
good,
front
that was
of her,
good.
please?
I got one. See the what?
I just want
front.
to see her front. I want to see if she has the boot. Nope.
No, there's no under boob on the skin.
She's tastefully dressed like a queen.
She's
would
still
be.
very
Tastefully dressed.
tasteful. Tina, please.
That was
I'm
nearly a Tina
sorry.
moment.
Tina, please.
That was very tasty, and I'm
I
like,
was
oh god, what's she going to say next?
curious.
I don't know. The way
Oh,
I
wait,
use that word and
she
the way
does
Tina
have
used that word were very
dragon
different.
tattoos that go up around things. Her legs.
Just her legs. They're just legs.
They're really cool, though.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do the voice pack, Palm. Bring us along to the voice pack, please.
Woohoo! Woohoo! You did well. Excellent. They crowned me Empress.
Oh, nice.
That is no way to treat a goddess. They think they can best me. If someone calls me ugly, I have a great comeback and say, "Excuse me, I am not a mirror." I will never fire my clay minions.
That was well done, Tina.
She's an empress.
It's hard to set up your own jokes because these characters talk to themselves. But that was,
So they're like, in a case where I was going to roast you, this is how I would do it. But
if
only
I was
if you
insulted
say
on
this.
Twitter, this is how I would
exactly.
respond.
Exactly.
Respondeth.
You got to have those Twitter burns queued up. It's important.
Yes.
I've never queued one up in my life.
Yeah, right. Those come right
I
off
know
the
you've
cuff
got
for him, man.
You've got
He's natural.
notes in your phone, and you're just like, oh, I got burned.
How do I burn back? Is it time?
Is it finally time?
Is it
Finally time?
Super
finally
excited. It's been we've been working on it for so
we've
long.
done RTO, Kernos, Medusa, Nike, Cabrakan, Mercury, Loki, Nuwa.
All right,
Dumb
to note,
Balance,
to note-
Spelter, Community, like there's nothing else. Right?
So this skin is extremely complicated. We've been juggling some
Seriously.
last-minute features. There may be a bug or two.
Okay.
In this version.
They'll be fixed when it goes out, but for right now, maybe a bug or two. Okay.
The stance changing tier 5 was surprisingly more technically challenging than we thought
It
would
was.
be. It was really tough.
The combination of leveling and then stance switching, and then in his advanced stance, he just summons axes and bows, right? He doesn't have them still on him.
Sure.
And then that turned out to be a whole shit show. I mean, a problem set of challenges.
I'm on the show.
So
You stole her word of the day. That's okay.
It wasn't Tina this
yeah.
time.
So anyway, it's difficult in a bunch of ways that
It
only
was.
the technical people understand, and we
Okay.
were like, what? So
it made it very
they
complex.
they put in the time and they made it work. And
Let's
it
see
was
the
did.
card
amazing.
art first of all while Paul's getting it ready one more time for us. The card art looks great.
And it's got special effects on the card art, of course, when you load into the game.
just like
so we won't be able
the
to see that here,
forward.
but yeah,
the,
like
the card art tells the whole story.
Okay.
Switching Frostfire Ullr and his 2 leveling strategies.
yeah. So here we have the lower level form, the ice version.
Okay, so if he's just so I can try and get some basic understanding, right? In archer form, like in range form, he's ice.
Yes.
And in axe melee form, he's fire.
Correct.
Okay.
And he's more human at the lower levels.
And they evolve as time goes on. Still.
Well, he's got really like 4 forms. So he's got fire axe human and ice bow human, and
That's
then
pretty cool.
fire axe elemental where he fully changes, and ice bow elemental where he fully changes.
Can you go back to the range form again for his pawn after you've done?
Oh
that
yeah,
for
we'll
a
do a
second?
bunch
Sorry.
of switching.
Now, the interesting thing about this,
I love
The
fact that-
change
I just
is
wanna say,
cool.
I love the fact that one arm kind of like stays of part of the other side still, like.
But it cools off a little
Yeah, it cools
bit,
off or
yeah.
changes slightly. That's really cool.
one of the big features here is you'll notice the cape. See how the cape
Oh.
wipes between the 2 forms?
The
You see
fire.
this transition slowly moves
Yeah.
down the cape.
That's really cool.
That was actually really
I can imagine that does not look that
Yeah,
easy.
it's probably really hard to make.
I mean-
Jerry
Oh,
using
level
his
effects.
magic powers.
I love the fact that bow's on his back that's still icy though as well, which is really cool. I think that's cool.
So you can see also the Fire and Ice
Ooh.
HUD theme
See?
on the
Oh, the
UI.
jump stamp
So
changes.
if you have the jump stamp
And
and you're using it on this skin,
Uh-huh.
it changes based on which state.
That's cool.
What are you gonna?
As does the level up skin.
The level up skin.
There's
Watch.
also
Yeah,
a
the-
level up skin.
Like, you
This
see
is
that?
fiery themed swirls went around him when he leveled up.
Okay.
So if you're using this,
Okay.
you'll be able to equip that on other gods, but you won't get the Frostfire, the full Frostfire.
And then
effect.
the recall.
Frosty version, and then the fiery
Fiery
version. Oh, I'm recalling him fire.
You got to recall on fire anyway because you want a speed boost and leap out of base, right? So
Smart.
So for all of these 3 things, if you don't play on Ullr, you'll only get the Frost
You get
version?
the ice. Yep.
Okay.
They're ice to everyone except Ullr, who can
'Cause he can
use
melt.
in the skin, who can use both versions.
he can melt your icy heart and then freeze it back again.
If you're gonna get the tier 5, you get extra value.
Yeah, whole extra stuff along with this tier 5.
That's right.
It's kind of nice little sound.
Gotta practice more roller, that's for sure.
So, and again, he has whole 2 different sets of effects for his 2 levels. The
Nice.
jumps are off the freaking chain on the skin. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
they are.
So at what
Mike
level
just
does he
went
change?
crazy.
So this is base
10.
level, right? And then he
Yes.
changes at
So
10.
you got a full set of ice under level 10 effects, a full set of fire under level 10 effects, a full set of over level 10 fire, and a full set of over 10.
Now,
Look at
once
that.
he's level
This
10,
cape is
he's
really
like
cool.
fully-
The cape he's got.
He's
It's
full
bad.
magma'd out.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks so badass.
He's slightly angry. Slightly.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
He's like a magma cape.
Heat it up.
When he's fully formed, you know,
Look at
he's
that.
powerful.
I will
That
say,
cape
like,
is
lava cape.
the thing about the cape is it actually looks like it is. You know, when you look at fire and you can see the heat wavering off it, you can actually see that. Which is cool.
And the transition
Look at
is
the
just
cape
so
transition.
so
It's so
good.
awesome. This cape transition was my dream for the skin, like right at
You
the
had to wear it.
beginning.
And it worked.
And Jerry just did all the things. Jerry and Gordon and all those guys.
I
really
remember
made
the like
kick-ass.
the raw tier
You know,
2
Space Max is awesome.
Look at it. It's amazing. It looks great. It's really fun to play. I got to play it in a play test the other day, and I was just blown away.
distracted.
Oh,
is probably all
and-
that.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like
Stuff.
firing stuff by myself, like in the middle of a lane. Like,
Wait, Pon, kill some minions.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Why?
He has-
There's custom minion deaths for both versions of this.
You need some more levels, Spawn.
Yeah.
Some items. Yeah,
Do
they
some damage.
freeze. They freeze to death and then
And then
burst.
explode.
Ah, that's
A new type of death, because we've had old ones where you could burn them up and lightning them up.
Yeah.
But Ullr has his own brand new ones.
That is.
Every year we just go
Look
crazy
at
for
the
T5.
look at the jump on the fully leveled up version.
Yeah, the animation with these way swings.
Oh,
around.
did
they
you see
light on
that?
fire
The
and
charred.
Oh, they're still. Yeah.
They're
that's
charred
right.
corpses.
on
That's
the-
awesome.
different than the char we've used before. Too. So these are completely new death effects.
Oh, he does like a flip when he does
He's
that.
got new jumps. He like does some flips and stuff. Do some flips.
Oh man, that's cool.
Doing flips during jump is so fun.
Doing flips with the fancy jump stand.
Doing a front flip while
This
moving
whole
backwards
thing
is a little bit
super
OP.
fun. And you know it was interesting because there was a lot of what are we gonna do with the tier 5? It's just Ullr. But he has so much cool opportunity for functionality because he has
Sure.
so many abilities.
Yep.
And he's
they're all
got the two
different too, yeah.
stances. Oh yeah, and there's another whole thing.
Wait, what?
What about the VXG spot? Did you use the special
He's got a
command
special-
that
yeah,
I
he's got
wrote on the
specials,
post-it
too.
note for you?
I think it works.
Oh,
That's
he just
cool.
threw his
He's
axes.
got a little, yeah. They're not as they're a little different style than the last ones.
Oh, that's
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
I like the
They're
axe
different.
one look like ZZ to me, which means you're telling the opposition that you're boring him.
I think they're
They're the
I know,
raised
I know
on
they're
his-
runes, but it look like a ZZ, and I'm like, I'm going to take it as BM. That's what I want to take it as.
They're actually based on the
yeah, Pawn. You can't down level. That breaks stuff.
like the eye rune is the ice one is the rune for ice.
It worked.
You got it.
So you
Nice
got,
work.
He's got level up functionality,
Flame
new
it.
death effects, recall effects, jump stamp functionality,
Minion
Oh no!
special
Watch this!
VXGs.
Watch him! Watch when he goes back to base.
Oh,
He
nice.
goes down in the ground.
bursting out of the ground.
That's really cool.
Cake.
What is this for?
Wait, we got cake.
And it's ice.
Oh
cream.
wow, his ice recall is awesome.
Happy birthday,
It's
Brad!
Brad's birthday. Oh, happy birthday!
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you.
Why did
Brad.
Brad have Brad?
Our production lead, the guy who makes all these shows work and happen for you guys.
I don't want
He's
no
giving
cake.
us cake that we're
No,
gonna
it's
eat.
been touched. There's something wrong with it. I don't trust it.
Twitch.
You
I'll
eat
eat
it.
it.
We're gonna
You eat it.
chew very quietly
fine.
and
Hindu Man
not
is
into the
making
microphone.
F. Taste
No,
his
I'm good.
cake because he won't.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm diabetic now. Me too. I am now. I've
Me
just
too.
officially become diabetic.
Are you
I don't wanna
worried
eat
somebody like peed on your cake?
All right, we gotta do
Yes,
the
I don't
voice
trust
back.
anyone.
We're
Right.
still on the patch now.
We're still on the old
Focus.
Come
side.
on,
We're
guys.
focused on
Come on.
birthday cake
During
for
the
Brad,
tier
who's
5
our
too.
producer.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's go
right.
to the voice
We gotta
pack.
do it.
Go.
Your strength incites us all. Marvelous. I'm too much. I can really go either way. Your strength incites us all. I can manipulate the elements. What can you do?
He sounds like
Get in my way, and you will feel my elemental wrath. Apologies for being new to this. I'm out of my element.
Some
I
solid
have
jokes.
mastery over fire and ice.
So you've
It
got a
appears
nice
you only have
heroic,
mastery over salt.
confident character here.
Uh-huh.
And then when he transforms, you get a little bit
He gets
more.
more voice?
Oh yeah,
And his
you get
voice
completely different voices. Completely
wow.
different voices for fire and ice at the high level.
Impressive feat. Excellent.
Get a little more anger.
Feel the mastery of fire. My actions will bring you a fiery doom.
So does that happen when he hits level 20 that his voice changes, or 10? 10. Okay.
All the changes happen in 10.
So this voice means my Ullr is playing well because he's level 10 plus.
His voice in ice form is different as well.
Yep. He's a little more chill.
How cold of you.
So, yeah, this is the last thing we're going to show on this show. I just wanted to mention that, you know, there's no god being revealed today, but we have an amazing god coming up, and we're really excited to show that off. It's going to be first shown at HRX.
Oh.
So watch the HRX coverage if you want to see the first view into that god, because it is one of the coolest gods ever, well, I think ever.
We're running out of time because we've been going for quite a while today.
Yeah.
All those skins took a little while. Anything outside of the Ullr skin that you want to mention? Obviously, because if I say what's your favorite thing, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to say Ullr.
Yeah, it's the tier 5. It was crazy.
I just want to say thank you for the community for helping me like write the Ullr skin. I really appreciate that.
Oh, did the community help? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I kind of tweeted it out, and so did the community team, and I took some lines. Actually, I took a lot of lines. Mostly like 80% of the Ullr voice pack is community driven. So.
Oh, that's
awesome. Yeah, make sure you listen to those, and you might find one that you wrote on a suggestion for Tina.
Well, this is the last patch notes you're going to be getting before the World Championships. And talking about the World Championships, they are coming up very soon in January. We're going to be live in Atlanta at the Cobb Energy Center, where a lot of you would come and take part. Show the brackets available for you as well. If you've not seen SMITE just yet, there's some top teams from around the world turning up to come and partake in this. We're going to have Latin America, Southeast Asia, Brazil, as well as Oceania, Europe, and North America.
Scylla eSports?
The matches will be exciting.
Who is that?
I can guarantee you that. And the semis and quarters are always riveting action. Make sure you tune in for that. And also, you'll get a chance to see what AJ was talking about in terms of one of the new gods, potentially.
Oh, and there'll be lots of other big announcements.
I wonder what.
Big announcements.
Season 4.1.
Yeah, big announcements.
Very exciting stuff. More.
Yep.
More.
You ready for more skins next year? You've made it difficult now because you've done this Ullr skin this year. I don't know how you're going to top it next one.
I have no idea.
It's always tough, but we find a way.
We'll find out. With that, though, boys and girls, that's the end of our stream. Shout outs once again, though, to Brad Weir, our producer here at HydraGG Studios. It is his birthday.
Happy birthday, Brad.
Cake. With that, we'll see you all later when the patch
All right, guys.
returns.
Hope you enjoyed. It was a pretty cool patch. Lots of amazing skins. And I will see you in my next video. And have a good day. Bye.